On this episode of On the Road, Rock, Aaron, and Steve are starting out their deer season in eastern Kentucky looking for a big velvet whitetail before heading out to Colorado to hunt mule deer with good friend Brian Clark at High Voltage Outfitters. There's a lot of ups and downs in deer hunting, and we have them all on this action-packed episode. So don't go anywhere. On the Road starts now.
On the Road isn't just a name. It's a lifestyle. A lifestyle with many different components. With each and all components, that is the outdoors. Fun in the sun, bird in the hand, and mud on the face. To free yourself of stress and to enjoy the friendships that you have made, not to lose yourself in the clutter. For this is why we are here, right?
There's 1,000 miles in 18 hours. I got a double drive down southbound 35. I got the hammer down, Detroit made 525, pushing my ass right down that line. And that smell of burning diesel fuels tells me that I'm back out on the road.
We're finally getting to start our big game season. Aaron, Steve, and we're heading to Kentucky to do a whitetail velvet hunt with my buddy Mark Yen of G&G Outfitters.
Well, yeah, those are nice deer.
Look at his body. That is such a gold.
He's a 7, 8-year-old deer. We got all settled in, got our gear together, and headed out to go hunt. Well, at least Aaron and I got our gear together. Steve, on the other hand,
we were staying in a hotel last night, and I pulled the bow out of the back of the truck, and I left the bow.
Don't act like it's never happened to you or somebody you know.
God dang it.
I left my brand new Expedition bow back at the hotel.
I saw there was a bow down there, but I don't think it didn't look.
It's going to be a piece of crap compared to what you want.
I don't even know what to say.
Steve, we're giving you all the options we got, brother.
Yeah.
And this here's probably not going to do you a bit of good. 0. You're like me, man. I do crazy stuff sometimes.
Luckily, Mark had a bow that I could use. Let's just say beggars can't be choosers.
Find something to
Sling an arrow into.
Just sling it.
You know, box for all I care.
Alright, so we finally got the bow shooting good. Now I'm super pumped because we're making our first hunt of the year, and I get this big comfy chair and a really nice blind.
Hey, Steve, look. I got 2 chairs and a bag of chips. Out here for early season deer hunting, you know you sweat a lot and it's really hard to cover your scent, so Sit Slimmer made these 2 new products. We checked our stealth cam game cameras this afternoon, and the only thing that came in is overnight. They had 4 does that came in, and about 30 minutes after daylight this morning, a doe came in to eat as well. Nothing came in after that, so. Nothing was happening at Steve or my stand, so let's check in with Aaron and see what's going on. It's hot, but I don't know why I'm so thirsty at the time. This is hard, hunting, but sometimes it's what you gotta do to try to get a Kentucky buck and velvet. Holy crap, Aaron. What happened? A 35-yard shot, perfectly broadside, and I hit the diagonal crossbeam in the freaking window of this blind. And scared the crap out of myself because sparks flew. The weather wasn't cooperating. It was extremely hot and a full moon. So Steve, Chuck, and I, we decided to head out to Colorado to go do some mule deer hunting.
High Voltage Outfitters sits high above Rifle, Colorado, and is one of the most scenic places on earth. And the hunting is just as good thanks to master guide and owner Brian Clark.
What you got for us?
We got 2 CVA
Muzzle loaders fresh out of the box. Well, that ain't even fresh out of the box, they fresh in the box still.
That's what I'm talking about.
So we got settled into camp, got the CVAs out of the boxes. Look. Oh, bruh, it's tight.
Brand new, tight. You may have the honor to go first, good sir. So after we got our gun sighted in, we decided to go ahead and do a little scouting to see if we couldn't find a big trophy that we could get on the next morning. Things are definitely looking up. Man, I can't wait to get out there for early season muzzleloader tomorrow morning and see what happens.
On the Road will be right back. On the Road is proudly brought to you by Legacy Land Company, specializing in hunting, farming, and investment property. Muddy Outdoors, delivering category-leading gear for the best value in the hunting industry. Cupped Waterfowl, designed by waterfowlers for waterfowlers. Dead Ringer Outdoor Group, the leader in archery, hunting, and shooting industries. Icotech Electronic Game Calls, dead serious products, proven results. Buckfeeder Synthetics, the best attractant on the planet. Expedition Archery, manufacturer of the world's finest archery experience.
All right, back here in Colorado, muzzleloader hunting, mule deer, and saw a bunch of deer last night scouting. This morning we've seen some real good deer. First afternoon, meeting Joe here. I don't know, we'll see what happens this afternoon. I feel real good about the morning hunts. If we see them out in the fields today, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult because they're coming out of the bedding areas, into the fields.
They're all bucks, aren't they?
Yeah.
No.
No, there's some
Oh, yeah.
does.
The does are in the middle.
Yeah.
This property out here at High Voltage Outfitters is perfect. They have big mountains and then it rolls on into pretty green alfalfa fields that the muley tend to love to stay in.
We're just about to call the hunt, and bam, in the alfalfa field, ton of deer.
That's a big old buck in the back, dude. Now, what do we do with that?
I'll show you. I'll show you exactly what we do.
Finding a good buck isn't as daunting of a task at High Voltage Outfitters as it is finding one in a good position to put a stock on. And Steve is trying to get in range of this awesome buck to get a good shot with his open sight CVA.
Buck's laying right there on the side of the spring. You just see his throat patch. And their feet, they're just too far out there. There's just no way to get around. There's no cover.
So, after the first attempt failed, we were coming up with a plan B. I got to thinking about all the trucks that were going up and down that pipeline all day long with workers moving around the entire time.
Down that road.
I wonder what would happen if we did.
We can try it. It can hurt nothing.
Just make a circle, and if they get spooky, we just keep on driving. Make a circle.
There was no way that deer would have cared if we were there or not.
For once, Steve, I think, came up with a plan to save himself a little bit of work and walking. It may just work.
Make sure he stands up. You got him. He's a dead deer. Oh boy.
Bam! Daddy's on the board!
Look at this beautiful, beautiful animal. We were coming back, pretty much calling it a night, and they decided to bed right here. They just laid down right here.
As Brian and I were heading back to camp to go grab a bite for lunch, we saw Joe's truck down in the alfalfa field. Lo and behold, I saw a big old set of horns.
Chalk up another great deer taken at High Voltage Outfitters with a CVA. Being able to share the experience with great friends is what it's all about.
Could have drove out here.
Dude.
So I know.
Full velvet?
Yes, it's time to celebrate with my boy.
Well, now that I'm tagged out, I get to take the meat to the processor. I get to take the head to the taxidermist. And I don't know what I'm gonna do the rest of the trip.
I guess whenever you kill out early, you get to play golf.
I may have pulled it back, and that, my friends, was a beautiful swing.
Steve, get up as a bear!
You're an ass. Hey, Steve, they got chili. And I've got a bowl and a spoon. Look at cheese.
Leave it up to Steve to find unique ways to fill his day.
Get him.
Hey, don't hate. Jealousy does not look good on you.
On the road, we'll be right back.
Now that Steve's tagged out with a great muley, it's time for me to let the CVA eat and see if I can't get a big old trophy muley myself.
Rifle, Colorado is one of the most beautiful places on the planet, and the property at High Voltage Outfitters is nothing short of breathtaking, and there's plenty of wildlife to go along with it.
We've been doing a bunch of riding and scouting this morning and looking around, seeing a bunch of animals. Just hadn't seen that shooter yet, so we're gonna keep on pressing and see if we can't find something before they all go bed down. Dang, that's what a buck looks like. I forgot what they look like. It's been so dang on long since I've seen them.
We will do spotting duty for Rock.
So while Rock was in the bottoms hunting, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna be a good friend. I'm gonna go to the top and glance around, see if I can find something good from the shoot.
And if we see one, we'll get in touch with him, come up here, and he can tag out and hit golf balls at me tomorrow. God dog it!
You know, that's the least I can do, being that he's been hunting so hard and put the time in.
So we're doing our job, helping them out, not going down to the city while they are in the freaking city eating ice cream. I cannot believe they're doing that.
Sorry, bro. I like ice cream. What can I say? Now that I'm back on track, we actually spotted a good muley, and it looks like there's a spot where we can come in and get on them.
I may live to regret this, but I don't think it's a tonight book.
You don't think what?
I don't think it's a tonight book. Unless you really want to go shoot it.
The only problem is we were running out of light, so I needed to make a really quick decision on the best way to get in on them. Got about 15 minutes of shooting light. Even if we see another one tonight, we ain't gonna be able to get on it probably. It's kind of lazy at this point. It's kind of.
Let me ask you this: if you shot that deer, would you be happy with that deer?
Well, of course.
No regrets.
The unseasonably high temperatures have deer moving late to the food sources, so they are having to try and catch them quick and make a move before daylight runs out.
just like that, we're 2 for 2 in Colorado, baby.
I think I might have hit him.
Hey, think about that.
That's the reprieve. CVA, thank you guys. 1 shot, 1 kill with this baby. Got it done in Colorado, baby. Now on to the next. Man, this is redemption after last year's fiascos.
Now that I got a deer on the ground, what else to do other than cook the animals that we just harvested? Especially the part of the animal that most people don't even keep. It's time to cook grillades. For those of you who don't know what grillades are, that's the heart, the liver, the kidneys. Like I said, everything else that most people throw away. It's really good eating and phenomenal tasting.
You know, there's really nothing better than spending time in the wilderness with our friends, with our family, feasting on a fresh kill. It really just doesn't get any better than this, guys.
Predator calling, some of the most exciting, rewarding hunting, day or night, that there is.
JD is the 2008 world champion coyote caller, and his tremendous success as a proven expert in predator hunting has led to his relationship with Icotech,
Exciting part needs no explanation.
manufacturer of electronic predator calls, where he serves as customer support manager, pro staff director, and helps the company with product promotion. In addition, he is one of the most successful predator hunters in the world. On the Road will be right back. Closed captioning provided by the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, ensuring the future of elk, other wildlife, their habitat, and our hunting heritage. On the Road is proudly brought to you by Super ATV, the leader in aftermarket UTV and ATV parts and accessories. Nocturnal Lighted Knox, Let It Fly. Rogue Ridge Electric Mountain Bikes, go further, go rogue. Stealth Cam Trail Cameras, Stealth Cam delivers time and time again. Carbon Express Arrows, shoot better, shoot Carbon Express. The Grind, top quality turkey calls and decoys, embrace the grind. True Fire Releases, truly accurate.
Now that Steve and I are both tagged out, it's time to see if my boy Chuck can put the CVA to work and make it 3 for 3 out here in Colorado.
All right, so this is day 5 evening here at High Voltage Outfitters in Colorado.
Chuck.
So now we're gonna head down in the bottoms, look at the fields. Hopefully one comes out with plenty of light and we can get it done tonight.
It's day 5 in Colorado, and Chuck is getting ready to head out for the afternoon hunt.
Chuck has killed several absolute giants with Brian out here at High Voltage Outfitters. So this year he's decided to go ahead and give back and kill a management muley instead of another trophy.
With the seconds winding down, Chuck spots a very mature 3-point that they have seen earlier in the hunt and make a plan to try and get a shot.
On day 5 of Chuck's hunt, they spotted this old 3x3 right before dark and said they decided to put the move on this guy and see if they can get to him before last light.
There's only 4 minutes of legal shooting light left in the hunt, and Chuck and Brian are moving fast into place to try to make it happen, literally at the last second.
He gone. That was awesome, dude. Smoked him. I'd rather shoot him than any of the other big bucks we've seen. And I freaking dropped him. When I seen this buck last night, I was like, I will shoot this deer because he's an old buck, he doesn't have great potential, and I'd rather shoot him than a buck that's 160, 170, and is gonna turn into a giant someday. So I'm tickled to death. So let's get him to the truck. Thanks, Brian. I always have fun. Yeah, good
And
time.
with that, our Colorado mule deer hunt is over. I can't thank Brian with High Voltage Outfitters enough for giving us a good time, showing us where the animals are, and letting us partake of the absolute beauty provided to us in Colorado.
In case you missed last week's episode, let me fill you in. Scott from River Run's out on a cruise. His brother Rock wanted to hook him up, so I go out to River Run and jack his ride, and now...
With Scott only being gone for 5 days for a cruise, Super ATV was on point. They overnighted the parks, got him there right away so that my boy Caleb could get the bill done.
What do we got?
Bunch of stuff Super ATV sent us.
Oh heck yeah, it's from Scott's back?
Yeah, I think so.
Here we have the rest of the lift kit from Super ATV, and man, this stuff is durable. Built for battle, man, it should be just what Scott needs to get through a hard day's work with his machine. What's happening?
Oh man, I've been out here seeing some dealers. I figured I'd pop in, see how you guys were doing, man. I knew I'd send you guys some parts. We get some things going with Scott's bike. It's looking great.
Well, what's your plans for the rest of the day?
Man, I ain't got no plans. I fly out tomorrow. I just figured I was gonna stop in and see how you guys were doing.
Yeah, well, if you're free for the rest of the day, we could use a hand.
My boy Aaron with Super ATV had no idea when he stopped by the shop that he was actually going to get put to work.
These are in SUVs that ain't never left the road, but it keeps on working. Lord, Lord.
It's been hot. I'm ready to go back to Indiana. It's been great getting to kick it with you guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, we appreciate it. Thank you for
Absolutely.
everything.
Absolutely, man. We'll see you guys next time. Take care, brother.
If you plan to be on the road, make sure to pick up a copy of Aaron's newest album, State I'm In, available for download and in stores. And make sure to catch Aaron with Stained on the reunion tour this year. Check for dates near you. Be sure to follow the On the Road Facebook page for updates and extra video content.